Who are you?
Brian, the man, Keen.
I'm Anthony Idahogi. Welcome to our podcast with Nerdthusiast. We're going to be talking about a couple different topics over the next couple months, so make sure you tune in, subscribe every week. So to start off, what are we talking about here?
First thing, it's here, finally, live poker tournaments. The Venetian just announced that they're going to have a deep stack showdown starting September the 7th. It's going to run through the 27th. Looks like they're going to have 30-plus events. Minimal guarantees, though, from what I've read. They're cutting the guarantees in half.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised they even having guarantees, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. We had talked about it before, off camera, about the future of poker, which is something we'll go into in future podcasts. But this, for me, as a predominantly live player, it's exciting because I feel like this is like the litmus test for other casinos, other venues to kind of take what happens with this series and kind of segue into hopefully more tournaments, across the country. Because I don't know
if you would have gave me an over/under bet in like July, if there would be a live series like this before the end of the year, I would have lost this bet because I would have said there's probably nothing until like January.
Yeah.
But Vegas has opened up. Now, I called the Venetian Poker Room. They are doing 8-handed. So you do have to wear masks. They do have like sanitation stations set up or whatever.
There's still plexiglass dividers on the table. So if you are listening to the podcast and you are planning in this tournament series, just you got to go in with an open mind because COVID, whether you agree or disagree, it's still an issue. So all these casinos, all these venues, they're taking the utmost care with their customers, with their staff, to make sure that they're not the example of another outbreak or another spread. So
yeah, and don't be the person that ruins it for everyone else. Like,
yes.
Be like, I ain't wearing a mask because I don't want this or that. Like, dude, do what they say so we can get live poker back, please.
Seriously.
Just follow the rules because we want it back. So this series is running September 7th to the 27th. The buy-ins, I think, range from like...
It was like 125 to 400 or something like that.
Yeah, so nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I think they're just really trying to get people in the door, like saying like, hey, for $400 you can get in this tournament. They're doing like a 100K guarantee, I think.
Yep.
They're doing a couple smaller things. It says a Monster Stack series they're doing as well.
Yeah, I looked through a couple of the actual structures. It looks like most of them are some sort of, ultimate stack, deep stack, monster stack, where they're going to give players, plenty of play, starting with 20, 30, 40K in chips. Some have 30-minute levels. Others have 40-minute levels, which, I mean, for someone like me, I'm someone who likes to, buy in right away. I'm not like a late redger.
I'm the late redger.
Yeah.
I show like 3 minutes before the end. Our strategies haven't worked for either of us yet.
No.
We're still trying to figure it out. But, so they're going to have, it looks like a bunch of different events.
Just looking at it offhand.
It's 2 a day, right?
Two a day, Monday through Saturday. And then on Sundays, they're actually going to have three events on Sundays.
It's pretty ballsy, I think, just to go like...
I mean, they're going to be, if they get even what they've been getting for dailies, because again, I've been following them. They were one of the first casinos to open in late July. They went to 8-handed in August. They started their daily tournament.
It started 5-handed when they first opened in Vegas, and so now.
So they have their own daily tournaments that they've been pretty much selling out since they've opened back up. So I think they're pretty optimistic that even though they're lowering their guarantees, I'm thinking that they're expecting a decent player outcome, and a turnout.
I think they're going to get a decent player.
Oh, absolutely.
Because there's people that are just dying for live
poker for sure, and I'm one of them. I mean,
yeah.
If this weren't right when school starts, I mean, my wife, she's a teacher. I got kids. I'd be going out for it just because
for like a weekend, even we'd fly out.
Absolutely, even long weekend.
Just to get in the mix of things for sure. But it is going to be the example, and I think if this goes well, the thing about it is other casinos are there to make money. So if Venetian has awesome numbers, guess what? Other casinos are going to be like, yo, we need a series ASAP. Because if not, Venetian's going to run another one, and they're going to rake in a ton of cash.
Yep.
And so other casinos in Vegas or the areas you're going to start seeing popping up with series, and hopefully the circuit starts coming back, and gets back for players to get back in the action because, we all want to be on the felts.
Yep. Looking at some of them, just briefly running through it. A lot of the bigger events, I don't mean bigger, but with the higher guarantees, they're phased in tournaments, so they're going to have multiple flights, prior to day 2. Looks like most are like 2 or 3 days, so it's going to give people an opportunity to play, especially if they bust out or whatever, be able to rebuy the next day or even into that same flight. So, I mean, just looking at the buy-ins, they're all pretty much affordable, like we said already. 400's the high number. Some 125, some 300 here and there, and they're actually looks like they're mixing in some Omaha for some of you mixed game players. So look, for me, I'm not an online player. I've been playing online. I haven't been doing too well. This is like Christmas, just hearing that we're gonna have live tournament poker, and hopefully, by 2021 early on, we start seeing some tournaments on the East Coast.
Yeah, so if you saw one of my earlier podcasts on the Nerdthusiast channel, I talk about Atlantic City. So as of right now, in my opinion, the last couple of years, the East Coast area here was like the powerhouse of poker. People say Vegas is. I'm telling you, for tournament poker, we were the powerhouse. We had Atlantic City. We had all the Philadelphia casinos. We had Delaware. We had Maryland. We had, even if you're driving a couple hours up to Connecticut, I mean, there was I'm not kidding, like, we had here, like, we were so greedy because we had a series here
every month. Weekend.
Yeah, like every month there was a major series going on at a different casino. So if you're, and a lot of tournament players showed that because, I mean, for the last so many years, there's been bracelet winners from New Jersey every single year. Yep. I mean, like, some even the main events, like McKean's from PA, Scott Blum is from PA. Pronounce the name wrong. Blumstein, yes. A couple other guys, are all from this area, and so we've been so greedy, and now it's like hurting us, not having it. Yeah, so I'm hoping this is an example, because the problem with New Jersey is there's not even a cash game open right now. Nope. Like, we don't even have cash games. Nope. So we're all just like thirsty as hell.
Itching. So, definitely let us know if you guys are interested in giving us some results. If you do wind up going out there, we'd love to kind of give some feedback, in future podcasts, to say like, hey, such and such reached out. Let us know how they did. Let us know anything about the tournament series, because I know we're not going to be able to make it, but just some pros and cons that you saw if you do happen to participate, so that we might be able to touch on that, in future podcasts.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
Reach out to me on Twitter at Idahoagie, or comment on this video. We'll definitely engage with you, and we'd love to hear perspective of what happened, because we're going to be itching to, like, I know I am. I'm going to be looking at results like, oh, man, it's cool.
Yeah. And we'll also have our Nerdthusiast email address posted in the comments below once you check it out. We have it, but it's not readily available in front of us. But, yeah, you can hit us up on that. One of us will be answering, monitoring it pretty much 24/7. We'll have it hooked up to our phone or whatnot. So
I would love to get like a winner from one of these. If so, I'll try to like monitor who's winning it. If it's someone I have contact with online, I'll definitely reach out, because I would love to have them on like the podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
Just I want to know the experience like firsthand, like what it was like post COVID situation here. So
yeah, for sure.
So that's all we got about the Venetian.